Hello and welcome to Amid the Chaos. In this video we're going to explore the age of Phalanx and Gladius, the exciting new supplement for the Amid the Chaos rule set. It covers one of the most transformative 600-year stretches in ancient military history, from 700 BC to 88 BC. By the way, you will need a copy of the core rules to make full use of this supplement. So, whether you're lining up hoplites at Marathon or marching your Marian cohorts into Iberia, this supplement will bring tactical depth, technological change, and brutal clarity to your tabletop battles. So as is normal with my supplements, the first two chapters investigate the technological innovations and the tactical innovations of the period. Then we address how these innovations play under the Amid the Chaos rules. So let's begin with the tools of war. This period sees the full transition from bronze to iron. Iron weapons were cheaper, stronger, and easier to mass produce, which meant larger armies and much deadlier battlefields. Spearheading the innovation of the period was the pilum, a Roman throwing spear. It was designed to break or bend on impact, rendering enemy shields useless just before close combat. The sarissa, introduced by Philip of Macedon, turned the phalanx into a wall of 20-foot pikes, but very vulnerable on rough terrain. The gladius hispaniensis was borrowed and adapted from Iberian tribes, and it became the Roman legionary's weapon of choice, perfect for tight formations and short, lethal thrusts. And not forgetting the ranged weapons, the Scythian reflex bow allowed mounted archers to strike fast and then vanish, redefining skirmish warfare. At the same time, siege engines like the ballista and onager evolved, capable of battering down city walls or defending Roman camps. By the end of this era, we even see cataphracts, heavily armoured cavalry, and war elephants, which added shock value to the battlefield. So let's see how the armies used all this tech. The Greek phalanx, perfected in the 8th century BC, dominated early battlefields of the period. Disciplined, dense, and devastating when used well, but it struggled with flexibility. The Macedonian phalanx, armed with sarissas and supported by cavalry and light troops, overcame many of these weaknesses and conquered vast empires under Alexander the Great. But the real game changer, the Roman manipular system. First with the Camillian reforms and then the Polybian system, Rome moved away from the rigid phalanx towards a flexible checkerboard formation made up of hastati, principes, and triarii, each with their own battlefield role. This formation allowed for rotation of troops during combat, shock absorption, and superior maneuverability, especially on broken terrain where phalanxes floundered. Finally, with the Marian reforms, the Roman army became a full-time professional force. Gone were civilian levies. In came standardized gear, long-term service, and battlefield cohesion. The cohort replaced the maniple, and the legion, as we know it, was born. So how does this translate into Amid the Chaos gameplay? Well, let's take a look. Armour and range defensive values. Units are categorised from light to cataphract, with armour levels directly impacting their range defensive values and their close combat values. This lets you recreate heavily armoured cataphracts or vulnerable but agile skirmishers with precision. Manipular units. Units like the hastati, principes, and triarii gain both movement and support bonuses. They can pivot even under threat, support each other in close combat, and cycle through formations without losing cohesion. The rules encourage the use of a checkerboard deployment for your maniples to take full advantage of these advantages. The phalanx units, in contrast, are devastating from the front, but fragile at the flanks. Their effectiveness plummets in rough ground, encouraging historical deployment and combined arm support. Leave the flanks of a phalanx exposed and you will be punished by the rules. Elephants are a double-edged sword. Brutal in close combat, they are susceptible to ranged attacks. If things go wrong, a rampaging elephant can be as dangerous to your own army as to the enemy. The rules allow for Roman manipular legions to use elephant lanes as a defensive tactic. Deploying ranged troops to combat elephants will work in your favour. Light infantry like peltasts and velites have skirmish capabilities that allow harassment, rough terrain occupation and enemy disruption. Javelin armed troops have special skirmish abilities. Horse archers and camel troops bring mobility and harassment to the fore, allowing you to simulate eastern and nomadic tactics. And finally, the supplement includes dozens of unit profiles, from Greek hoplites to Iberian scutari, Roman Marian legions to Persian immortals, letting you recreate real historical orders of battle or explore what-if matchups across cultures and continents. So the Age of Phalanx and Gladius is more than just a supplement. It's a window into how armies evolved, adapted, and ultimately revolutionized warfare. If you want your tabletop battles to reflect the brutal chessboard of ocean warfare, then this is your guide. If you're interested, Amid the Chaos and the Phalanx and Gladius supplement are available now. The links are in the description below. In future videos, we'll be diving deeper into some of the specific units, historical battles and tactics from this period. So please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Let us know your favourite matchup from this era. And don't forget to join us on Facebook. That link is also below. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. Please don't forget to hit like, leave a comment and subscribe for more videos about the Amid the Chaos rule set. So we'll see you in the next one, and in the meantime, take care.